Sri Lanka, we have over 100 rivers that flow out into the ocean. We have incredible highland forests. We have arid regions. We have rainforests. We have mountains. We have deserts. We have just about everything. And we're surrounded by a beautiful ocean. And the risk is, if we are not quite aware of what we're doing and how we're handling and managing these resources and these natural blessings, we're going to lose it. And secondly, what was the philosophy that existed before modern times that supported our communities to become a civilization? There's a difference between a nation with a history and a nation that has become a civilization. And Sri Lanka is known to be a civilization, one of the only island civilizations in all of the world. And that's why we created man-made structures that supported human communities over 3,000 years ago that exist to this day and serve people to this day. The cascade system that Professor was talking about, the Waver. I don't know of any other man-made system in the world that serves human beings for thousands of years and continues to do so to this day. If you think about the cascade system itself, it's not just dug reservoirs. In fact, none of them were dug at all. The Anuradhapura is known as the Vayu Bandi Rajya for a reason. It was not the Vayu Heru Rajya. So our ancients were able to identify geological features and beautifully create these water catchment areas in order to not just make use of the environment, also to protect and sustain the environment. And then from those catchment areas that we can call Wavers, the water was conveyed to other parts of that area, also using the same technology. So actually, if you really think about it, it is a philosophy of sustainability. That's what helped Sri Lanka exist as a civilization for thousands of years. Ours was not a civilization or a technology that simply carried water from A to B, as it is today. Ours was a method of conveyance where those meandering roots of water would sustain, would nourish the soil, would nourish water, would filter, it would protect forests, and also, most importantly, it would recycle water. And so, as these meandering water flows made its way from A to B, it nourished the entire area. The Yodayala is a perfect example. It's in the dry zone, but on either side of the Yodayala, you have incredible greenery, which probably didn't exist before that waterway was created. The importance of knowing this and understanding this philosophy of sustainability is because I think, as much as we are indebted to the world economically today, I think the world is also indebted to Sri Lanka for protecting this body of knowledge and protecting this philosophy of sustainability for thousands of years. And so I don't quite subscribe to the idea that we can be dictated to, where Trojan horses in the name or in the cause of climate change can be parked here in Sri Lanka and in the name of green energy, and then we end up losing our energy dependence. That is counterproductive. We must be very careful of that because we know sustainability and we have known sustainability for much longer than the rest of the world have. So dictating terms to Sri Lanka in those terms is not on. In fact, I think the world can learn quite a bit from us. But of course, we need the help of the world. There's no two words about that. But I think we must be careful not to, it's not a give or take. It's not a transaction where we submit our independence, our energy independence, in return to get green energy. Because remember what happened once where a majority of our highland forests were culled in the name of somebody else's economy, and we're still grappling with that loss. King Parakram Bahu the Great was quoted in the Mahavamsa as saying that not a single drop of water should flow out into the ocean without benefit to man. It's actually a misquote. The Mahavamsa, the Sinhala translation of the Pali word is Lokopakaraya. It has no man in it. Lokopakaraya means for the benefit of the whole world. That is the philosophical change and shift of our mindset that we must try to understand. That's how our ancients built our civilization. Every resource was used for the protection of nature.